Welcome. So we got our Doflamingo versus Reiju op07 build over here. Doflamingo, one of the decks I like personally because I mentioned it before a while back. It's a very fair leader. It's a very fair leader, even with the idea of like pushing bodies on the board. It's like he never wrecked the meta, right? He never wrecked the meta whatsoever. So it's wonderful that there's some leaders out there where you get to use their leader ability. It makes it feel like you're playing a deck. I want to make a Kaido deck. Like, I want to just make a Kaido deck and use his leader ability at least twice in a match. I know he's one of the old leaders that is designed to use his leader ability once, but hopefully it could be made consistent enough to use twice. Because it feels leaders that you can only use their ability once, it feels like you're being cheated. That's just how it feels on my end. Because there's going to be matchups where you're not even going to be able to use it at all. It's just going to be a is what it is situation. What are we doing right now? There is the ETG. He is going to, I guess, to get a body on the board. Or I get, oh yeah, let's use the leader. This is weird. So the hand size is kind of low, right? Yeah, leader swing into that. The hand size is kind of low, but if ETG chooses to swing, I can't see him having a way to protect it. That's essentially what it is. And they should have just put the Don on the Reiju. No, it didn't matter. It was a blocker. Forgive me. Okay, we just put in pressure. Interesting. It makes sense. If we're only swinging for the 7K, go for the leader, right? And they choose to counter out. I don't understand when people over counter. But then again, Reiju is a draw engine, so maybe it's just something I don't understand. But I see a lot of people essentially just doing way too much countering in the beginning, and they can't protect what counts. I mean, and I don't think it's even gonna hurt to get like a card or two in your hand at this point. Maybe at least one, right? They dropped about 2 cards. If they had Take Up the Life, 5, 6, they would have a hand full and ready to combat. See, now they're in this weird situation where it's like, it's low-key scary to even swing. Because you will lose your ETG. Like, you will lose your big body unless you got another one. And yeah, the safest thing to do is just swing with your leader by itself. But obviously, seeing what's in our hand, it's not like we even have to attack the ETG. We got the 9-drop, the 9-drop Mihawk. All right, draw 2. Reiju replenishing, getting an extra card. Pot of Greed. It's funny. The more what is it? You Can Be My Samurai. That was like our literal Pot of Greed in a sense. It was a card that was green, right? And it was an event, and it just lets you draw 2, but at the cost of resting 2 characters, which was like, nah, son, we're not gonna do that. Okay, so with that Reiju play, they do have some hand, which to me makes it feel like there is a bit of a chance of them being able to defend it. We don't have a board, right, where we can like, if we want the ETG off the board, our board doesn't have enough bodies that can respectfully take something off the board. Like, we had like 2 characters that could swing on ETG, then it should be all ETG swings. But especially seeing how the opponent is playing, it seems like they'll just keep trying to counter out. Well, I would say rest the blocker. Pretty strong card to rest something. Problem is, yeah, you still need to lose another card. Extra pressure with Perona. Now, there's too many cards in our hand at the moment, so I can't see any actual board removal. And we have what do you call it? A blocker now. Yeah, so I think this is done. Who knows? Not many decks be performing these Yu-Gi-Oh comebacks, in my opinion. It could happen, right? You never know. But like the hand looks loaded and the board is full. But the board does have oh yeah, that's right. Low key, you can just do a judge play, right? And just go crazy. There is a strong benefit with Reiju. I guess that's I really think okay. So Reiju players like to just do their hand away because they're gonna draw. That's the best thing I can think of. And it's weird how that's like a great addition to the Reiju deck. It's like it doesn't matter, you just whiff, but then you summon something, so you get extra body on the board, and then that something does a Power Ranger transformation into a bigger something. So we got 4 swings here. This is a decent opportunity to just clean up the board as best as possible. If they choose to. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. If they choose to like just all swing at life, like that board is just too serious looking at the moment. Yeah, between the hand and the board and all that stuff. Now you just, you let that one go. I know they don't really want to swing at the Perona. So there's probably a bit of a debate. They're probably trying to figure out exactly what they want to do. Well, we can block that. Like, we don't actually have to use a bunch of resources. We can use one blocker. I guess their trash hasn't been set up. That's funny. It's still a card game at the end of the day. If you don't get what you need, you don't got what you need. That's it. Okay, so now the Reiju's in the trash, so things could get a little lit next turn. I'd say we could have just afforded to throw a Don on there, but it is what it is. Oh, right, blocker. Okay, that's the better play. Yeah, we got too much life right now. Come on, let's see that Reiju play. Draw 3 cards. You need it. The only thing I can think of is if they want to like manage their Dawn resource at best, I would say just attach a Dawn to your leader or however much you want. Swing on something and then use one of the character abilities. Mainly the Reiju one. Get the Reiju out. Okay. I mean, I'm sure they could play something. Yeah, they got a healthy amount of Dawn, 3 cards in hand. I'm sure in that deck, there's something they could play from hand if they want to try to. If it's about, maximizing their Dawn usage, Okay. I wonder how that just worked. It looked like they played it, ignored the search, got the draw, or is it like you draw one, you just do the order, right? You draw one, then you did the search thing. That's probably what it is. Okay, my brain overthought it. Okay, so what are we bouncing? I mean, I'll get rid of the KO the blocker. Okay. Get that Reiju. I really felt like the Reiju play should have came first. So you can get the draw, get more cards in hand, and quite possibly... Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so I don't know what's in the opponent's hand, but I'm guessing this play was basically meant to, yeah, get an additional swing as well. Like, get the most out of everything. So, okay, I respect it. Hand size looking crazy. And their board is looking mild threatening. Okay, so they managed to get a lot more swings thanks to this style of play. Now we got vision. Good stuff. To be honest, I probably would have just took that, get more cards in hand. Okay, so I want to say, yeah, to be able to attack them back should be in your favor. Hopefully we got a Perona if we need it. We could easily look at, I think a Mihawk's supposed to come up, right? Yeah, but so we could do the Perona and then use our Dofi. Yeah, there you go. To swing at their 5-drop. And we draw another card. Okay. We draw a card, we get that. What is it? 3, 4. Yeah. So we could really develop board. We could end up playing the blocker. See a new sequence of cards. Play the blocker, see a new sequence of cards, and then I wonder if it would have been better to do the boa. Because we have enough Dawn. So we can see the boa. Yeah, see, with 6 Dawn left, we could have played the boa and gave her a Dawn. Because I know sometimes when you look at the top 5 and then just to play another card to look at the top 5, it might feel like a waste. So yeah, essentially getting a boa on the board, and then eventually, like next turn, or if you blocked with boa, yeah, next turn, right? Like depends on how you arrange it, no matter what, whether you draw one and then draw another one or blah blah blah. Point being is you get the Dofi blocker, and then okay, so this is better. We put more attacks to really stop them from not stop them, get more attacks on them. They say if they want to save it because they want the Mihawk to attack that, then they still lose more cards out their hand. We took advantage of Perona, and then we just get rid of it and deploy Dofi. I think this works. The opponent's been thinking. Like I said, being that I don't know what's in their hand, I don't know, but it just seems like an obvious play. It's like either you let it go and you take a life, or you drop one and then definitely let it go because you're not saving this. So we get to see 2 extra cards. If we're playing the Mihawk, then yeah, you got to do it like that. Boa barely get any love in this day and age. I think what it is people don't like the extra resource. It's like she's a 5-drop blocker in a sense. Like you have to think of it as she's a 5 cost blocker for 5,000 power. You know, just to get that opportunity to draw, and that's probably why a lot of people don't summon her, because I usually don't see her getting summoned. So our opponent is calculating right now. They're on the ropes. Board is looking too healthy. And we're still at 3 life. That is an amount of life where it's like, yeah, you're not going for game next turn. We have a 2k counter in our hand. We have a 1k counter. And even if they develop any blockers, we have a way to get around it. Okay, so they play Chopper Blocker. So that is defense. That allows them to ramp. They play another one. Okay, cool. So they got 2 blockers. So it makes our event a little bit more special, which is cool. But we only got 1 event. They got 2 life. So they're going to be able to use those blockers no matter what. We can only sneak 1 attack. Now, if they choose to take the life and then save the blockers for last, then they'll be salty. Alright. We are swinging, getting aggressive, seeing if we can take a body off the board. At this point in the game, it is perfectly fine to try to defend it. Oh, they got 1 more attack. Okay. So essentially, we're not going to be able to defend it. Oh, we can... Okay, is it worth using a blocker? Yeah, because under our... Oh, they're attacking again. Okay, you have to use a blocker. Yeah, under the certain conditions. Yeah, 2k counter out of that. We probably won't have enough swings. Oh, interesting. So they can't really save anything, right? Putting the Reiju in trash might help them. Unless it's a 2k counter. At the moment you drop that card, you know anything we want is just essentially going to be gone. Okay, they committed. Oh, right, they do have blockers. Yeah, just keep putting pressure. Okay, they block. Yeah, we can't get around it. So the only thing we can do is just attack something else. If he blocks, okay, he most likely will. And then we just develop a bigger body. And there you go. Now, if the opponent's smart, their best play is Dawn stacking and swinging. They don't really know what's in our hand, so they don't know they can essentially just get our Mihawk off. They can get our Mihawk off the board and our Weevil off the board. Especially if they end up getting ETG. Right now, they really needed a top deck. Let's see, test the waters. If they test the waters, let's see, come on now. Okay, I just kind of wanted to see like one smart play. Not trying to say they're not doing anything, but like okay, let's see. If they test the waters and they're like, he couldn't save that. I wonder why. It would have been important. And then it's like, there it goes. I mean, we're still in a good position, I want to say, because we still can counter. We could counter attack. Yeah, we can take a life. That's fine. We have too many. Oh, we can keep that. We can keep that. Oh my god, that's gonna make your stomach hurt. Bubble guts. I mean, technically, we probably could push for game. Yeah, and it's perfect, right? 3 Dawn, just in case this doesn't work out. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. It don't matter. Attack the last life, Gravity Tiger, and then they have to scoop after this. Boop. GG. That's devastating. Ugh. Oh, just for the pump. Okay, there we go. We're swinging for 15. Oh, I didn't even do anything special. Okay. GG.